Mark.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. I was trying to see what was the name of the artist on this who drew this wicked, bizarro freak out. This was just
Yeah, it really was. We are heading towards our next big DC get together called Absolute Power. We have the first announcement of the countdown, the road, whatever you want to call it, to Absolute Power. It is Suicide Squad Dream Team, and we will talk about it right after this. So before we get started, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're alerted whenever we upload new content. Don't forget to swipe that, or you don't really swipe it. You just hit the like button as well. Give it a thumbs up so that it helps us with the algorithm, and leave a comment because we are heading towards our big 100th episode not too long in the not too distant future. Still have a little ways to go, but we're planning for it. So let us know what you thought of Suicide Squad Dream Team if you got it, what you thought of it, how you think it's going to tie into everything else that we got going with Absolute Power. But yeah, this is really kind of the first thing that has been so named as actually tying into Absolute Power.
this is it. We're
Yes,
officially there. Absolute
exactly.
power has arrived.
Yeah, our countdown. And we know some things about Absolute Power as well, just from some of the solicitations that have come out. So we know, of course, we know Amanda Waller is going to be involved. Not only is she in, obviously, Suicide Squad Dream Team, she's prominent in an ad for Titans in this issue as well. So she's still got,
Green Arrow.
exactly, she's in,
He's
so
everywhere.
she really is. She is Miss 2024 of the DC Universe.
Oh, I was going to
Um,
say the herpes. The herpes of the DC universe. That shit's everywhere.
she just won't go away. She keeps coming
It
back,
won't
no matter what
go
you do. But this is this is, like I said, the first thing, and we really kind of we jumped right into it. There's no putting the team together. Well, there is, but it takes probably about 4 panels to put the team together.
Yeah, that's
Um,
where we kick off this issue pretty much. We are in a undisclosed location with the team already there, tied to a chair against their will, with Amanda Waller center stage in the middle of the room. And the undisclosed location is in international water somewhere. We're not starting at Blackgate. We're not starting at Arkham. We're not going and picking them up. No, they're there. They're on a ship in the middle of the ocean already. Got by Amanda Waller with her rattling off to the team, and Harley Quinn is there in the first one to respond like, "Why am I here?
right?
I was sentenced to community service. How is this community service?" It was a
Yeah,
great start.
absolutely. And so we find out who she has assembled. We don't see how she assembled them, but we know who they are. So the next person we see is her nephew, who is Deadeye. And then we see the Clock King, who, interestingly enough, his first appearance was actually in an old episode of the Adam West Batman. That was his first appearance,
Oh, I didn't
created
realize that.
created by Bill Finger. Um,
Oh,
yeah, and then we go and we see Dreamer. We see basically what they're going to do is there is the Professor Bendix, who is the head of
the
can't,
dictator of
the dictator
Gamora,
of
the
Gamora,
island
right?
nation
Right.
Gamora.
And what Amanda Waller believes is that there are devices, there are weapons, or whatever, call them whatever you want, that are on Gamora that she feels as though she needs to go in and take control of. They should
Yeah, they
not be
pose
under
a
the
threat to her
right.
idea of a peaceful world. Amanda Waller has a lot of leeway in this universe, and this is how she sees fit to use it. Now, I do want to point out the focus of this team is, in fact, Dreamer. He's featured front and center on the cover. This 4-issue miniseries is titled Dream Team. And when we get to Dreamer, we get a little bit of kickback as well from her. She looks kind of beat up compared to the rest of them, tied to the chair, telling Amanda Waller, "Bite me." It's clearly her first time on the team. We did see a little bit of the recruitment process that went into this in a
Mhm.
backup story in Action Comics a few months ago. Waller pretty much just asked her to come in and help in a fight against another person with precognition abilities to see how she would fare. She came out on top, so now Amanda Waller has herself a precog. That's why she wants her, for her dreamer abilities to see potential futures and take advantage of that.
Correct, and more immediately in this issue, besides her precog abilities, she has the ability to move through people's dreams, and you can come out the other end. So,
She's
um,
doubling up as the transport.
exactly, Gamora is basically is sealed off. No one can get in. So what they're going to do is they're going to use Dreamer to take all of these people. Again, we've seen Deadeye, we've seen Clock King. We'll see Bizarro. We'll see Black Alice. We'll see
I think
anybody
that's
else.
it.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And Harley Quinn. We'll see
Mhm.
all of them. She's going to take all of them, something that she has never done before. That many people, and she's going to get onto Gamora by moving through people's dreams.
Yeah, take him into the dreamscape, travel
Right.
it, and come out in Gamora. Something that she's never done before. Which this is a new character to comics that are pretty kind of cool here. That Clock King first appeared in the Adam West Batman TV show, because Dreamer is a character that first appeared and was created for the CW's Flash television show,
Mhm.
who made their uh, appearance in comics like last year, I think it was, like during the
Mhm.
Lazarus time around there.
Yep.
So Dreamer's pretty new to comics, and it's pretty cool getting to make a couple appearances already. And this was an unexpected, really cool little move that they pull here, and tragic at that. But I
Right.
think it's go ahead.
So Dreamer has this one-on-one, this come to Jesus meeting with Amanda Waller, who basically she has been given this thumb drive that has all of these awful things that a particular senator has done, and Amanda and Dreamer's like, we have to take this person out, and Amanda Waller's like, no, we're not taking this person out. I can use him much better. He'll do whatever I want because I have this thumb drive, basically.
Yeah, it was a very interesting interaction for both parties, to be honest with you, to see like the perspective on the world and the level of power that they're going to press on the world. Because like Dreamer's response was, "How can you let him continue to do this?" She's like, "If I get rid of him today, the villain that I know, the villain that I don't know will fill his shoes tomorrow. I'd rather take control of this one, keep it in its place under watch and key, than continue to fight a battle that can't be won." I'm like, yo, man, they really, really, really test the morality thing here. Like,
Mhm.
and it's not a simple arrest solution thing. It's like, man, it's the road to hell is paved with good intentions with Amanda Waller. Like, she's
Yep.
a terrible person, but
Yeah, exactly.
it'd be weird to see the world through her eyes one time.
Yeah, yeah. Then we find the team basically going through the dream realm. Dreamer takes them into the dream realm, and they start seeing things. They start seeing things like
Bird.
mirrors. Um,
Yeah, they're not funhouse mirrors, Harley says.
exactly.
Yeah, they're trying to navigate the dreamscape, which isn't easy to do as it's unfamiliar to every one of them, including Dreamer. So the best you can do is look for clues. Like mirrors are just a moment of self-reflection inside your head. We're looking for clues that are leading us, that we're going in the right direction. And for them, it was a indigenous bird for Gamora, I believe it was, that they
Right.
spot and they start following it, because the dreamscape is still tied to the real world in a sense, that their subconscious is coming through, creating it. All the subconscious of the collective sleeping.
Right. And so they find their way into Gamora. They actually find their way into. They find out who it is that actually has that they have used.
There's a
And
bird watch.
exactly. But the bad part is, because so many people have been used, have gone through this person's dream, he is now dead. So they have no way out.
Yeah, the process of coming out of this guy's subconscious into the real world killed him, making Dreamer freak out, like trying to save him in the moment. The rest of the team saying, "You got to cut your losses. We got to continue the mission." Dreamer not being able to get over it in the moment, having never killed anyone before, not being a murderer, and also being upset and shocked about being forced to use her abilities to this extent. And then we get Black Alice finally chiming in for the first time this issue.
Yeah, we see some dialogue with Black Alice and Bizarro, basically going off against one another. And Bizarro basically flies off, saying that he can help. He can basically he says he's going to ruin the day, but that of course is Bizarro speak. So it means exactly going to save the day. So he flies off. We'll see what
Making me
happens.
think that she just sent him in as a distraction, right? Send
Yeah,
Bizarro. Everyone will have to be dealing with him, and y'all can operate on the and get the mission done.
right.
Gotta be.
Yep. We then see more of what is happening. They're in basically in the bedroom of this guy who has basically died because of what they've done. And they start looking. They see some more mirrors, and in this mirror, Dreamer then starts to see her precog abilities start to take hold, and she starts to see just horrible things happening in this mirror. And she realizes as she's looking at the mirror, we see Bizarro, who is actually in a like a Superman type of a stance from an
All that
homage to
Jim
Jim
Lee
Lee.
homage, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then we see Amanda Waller, and that's when Dreamer realizes that basically as she sees Amanda Waller, the one feeling that overwhelms her and comes over her is death. So the mirror cracks, everything goes haywire, and that basically Amanda Waller is means death. She doesn't know for who. She doesn't know if it's for the team. She doesn't know if it's for people or whatever. But she just has this overwhelming feeling of death.
And I will like to point out in that final panel with the mirror shattering,
Mhm.
she sees Amanda Waller gets the feeling and it shatters the mirror from her fright. We get Martian Manhunter in one of the images because there's different characters featured in the shattered mirror
Yep.
pieces.
We get
Uh,
what looks like Jonathan Kent in the bottom left-hand corner.
yeah, Flash,
Um,
Poison Ivy,
right, Poison Ivy.
Captain
Um,
Boomerang, right?
right, exactly.
And
So
then we got some of the dead
there.
Gamora people.
So it's kind of like foreshadowing again. She's precog, so she's seeing all of this death and are these the people that are going to fall because of what Amanda Waller is basically doing. So it was a great start for me. I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yeah, the team banter was fantastic. It doesn't really obviously this far out. This is a July event, I
Right.
think, right?
Yep. Yep.
Like we're months away. So to be getting countdown books is great. Like it really starts to get you in the mood. It's got me watching for little details, waiting on little word drops that really, like you feel like will be carried over and stuff. So I'm excited and reading it from start to finish, waiting on those moments. It had some heartfelt moments, some action packed moments. It was a good balance. And yeah, I'm excited for issue 2 already.
Yeah, absolutely, and like you said, I mean it's a July event, but we know some of the beats or some of the main players that are going to happen that are going to be in Absolute Power. So things you want to keep an eye on besides Suicide Squad and anything that has Amanda Waller in it. You want to make sure that you're looking at Batman because the new Zur-En-Arrh, who is in Failsafe, he's supposed to be teaming up with Amanda Waller as well as I don't know what we
Queen,
call if it's Lady Brainiac or Queen
Queen
Brainiac. I think it's
Brainiac.
Queen Brainiac. And the House of Brainiac starts in the next issue of Action Comics. So I'm sure that she will somehow figure into what's going on there. And the House of
So be on the
Brainiac
lookout for
is
that addition to the trade dress at the top above the title of the book, Countdown to Absolute Power. Be on the lookout
right,
for those.
right, absolutely. I mean, theoretically or practically this story has been going on since before Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, but they're really getting to putting all of the pieces in place now for the Absolute Power miniseries. So
This story
um,
really started with the Infinite Frontier
yep,
Suicide
yeah,
Squad run.
exactly, yep,
Zach Thompson run or something like that?
yeah. And to your point, you said many times, can't wait to see what happens to that other Suicide Squad team and how that
Yeah.
factors into what's going on.
Rick Flag is out there somewhere
Right.
with a band of misfits that Waller did wrong that are looking for justice. The last time we
Exactly.
saw him was the finale to the last Suicide Squad run when Waller got away.
hmm Right. So that's got to come to a head, I would think. If not in this series, then during as
The
part of
main,
Absolute
they got to
Power.
do something. Like they got to do something with Rick Flag.
Right. Absolutely. But that's going to be it for this episode of DC Comics Deep Dive. A great way to start off our road to or our countdown to Absolute Power. But as always, I am Paul, but he is Mark,
But we are Legion.
and you are now leaving Sector 2850.